Biography of an Ice Cube. Once there was an ice cube born. This ice cube was a solid phase. And solids like these have a definite shape and a definite volume. In this ice cube, the molecules are tightly packed and they barely move. They barely vibrate. Oh my gosh, it's super cold! A hand came and took the baby ice cube, and a little later, the ice cube started to melt and I started to see some water. The phase changing from a little solid to a liquid is called melting. Liquids have a definite volume but not a definite shape. The molecules are not really tightly packed, and the energy of the molecules rise because they have more space. The hand was really frightened as it saw some water. And then the hand dropped the ice cube. It started screaming. Then the ice cube turned into liquid and was starting to boil. The temperature at which a liquid changes into a gas is called its boiling point.
And bits of the water started evaporating.
Oh my gosh, what's happening?
The phase change from a liquid to gas is called evaporation. In order to get liquid water to become water vapor, energy must be added. In this case, it was the sunlight which was the energy and made the water evaporate. And now the water vapor or the gas was starting to fly away.
Yippee!
The gas have a non-definite shape and non-definite volume. That means that their molecule can now fully move because they have more space and all of their shape and the volume is non-definite. Then, when the gas touched the colder mirror, it started to clump up and become water droplets. It's because when the molecules hit something colder than itself, it becomes foggy and the energy is lost. Then the phase is called condensation. It means to change from gas to liquid. During this phase change, energy is lowered by gas molecules as they slow down and rearrange into liquid molecules, which are like loosely packed together.
Just for your better understanding, so the ice cube that was in the first slide, that was in the solid phase, right?
Yeah, but wait a minute. I didn't understand the part that you described the molecules.
Yeah, but so what I mean is that in the ice cube, those molecules, they're really tightly packed. That's why they have this really ice cube-ish, this rectangular shape. And they barely move actually. So like this, solids have a definite shape and a definite volume because they're tightly packed together.
Oh, I get it. Hey, and did you know that the phase change from solid to liquid is called melting? And the temperature when a certain solid is melting is called the melting point?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Oh, and also, liquids have a definite volume but not a definite shape, right? So they can get into any heart shape or something.
A cup or heart-shaped cup or something like money bag or anything like that. Though I wouldn't put any liquid in a money bag.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So they aren't really tightly packed, and the energy of the molecules rise because they have actually more space because they melt and so the molecules have more space.
I know that they're much free, have a little space, but not as much as extremely free.
Yeah, you're right. So, what is the phase change from a liquid to gas?
I know all about them. It's called evaporization.
Oh.
In order to get liquid water to become water vapor, energy must be added. some case there will be fire or sunlight or even electricity. I don't know exactly about electricity, but something like that is energy. So when it's added to water, it evaporates, and the temperature at which a liquid changes into a gas is called the boiling point.
Oh, that's why it started to boil.
Yeah, it's just like boiling water. Like when it reaches a certain temperature, it starts to boil, and the water vapor starts to just fly out.
You're right. Sometimes, like our slide, the thing that gave energy to like melt and like made it boil was the sun, right? So sometimes it can be the sun, but I think it might be another thing too. Oh, and gas has a non-definite shape and a non-definite volume.
Yeah, and that means it can fly all over the world if it can.
So it's actually really free.
Yeah, and the molecules then fully move because they are like they have more space, and it's more like they have the whole world for it.
Yeah, they're like flying around. And so lastly, the phase change from gas to liquid is called condensation. Like when you have this bottle and you're drinking like soda and it was in the refrigerator, and if you take it out, it's like it's dripping with like water droplets, right? So, and during this phase change, energy is lowered by gas molecules as they slow down and rearrange into liquid molecules.
Oh, and when the molecule is hits something colder than itself, it becomes foggy and the energy is lost. So it becomes like water, like clumps of water and water droplets, and it's exactly the same with the shower.
Yeah, you're right. So if later on this liquid becomes to be a solid, now that becomes freezing, because like let's say you want to make like actually like an ice cube, you actually just put water in like the ice cube stuff, and then you put it in the refrigerator or like
fridge.
Yeah, the fridge.
Yeah, and the temperature when a solid liquid is caused to like freeze is called its freezing point. Suppose like for water is a 0 degrees Celsius is or minus is the one who is like is a freezing point.
Freeze.
So bye.
So thank you for the information.
What?
Bye. Thank you for listening to the biography of this ice cube. I hope we look after the other generations of this ice cube. Bye. Bye. Boo.